Good morning, dear students. This is Shikha Sharma, your English teacher, and today we are going to begin with our next topic of grammar, that is editing. Editing is a stage in which a writer strives to improve a draft by correcting errors and making words and sentences clearer, precise, and effective. In short, we can say that in editing, a person corrects, adds, arranges, modifies, or changes the text. Editing is of two types, that is, editing errors and omissions. We have already learnt editing errors, in which we learnt how to find the mistakes and correct them. Now, what are editing omissions? This you will learn by watching this video. Children, the word omissions has been taken from the word omit, which means that something that has been left out. In omissions, you are provided a text in which one word is missing in each of the lines, and you have to find the exact place of the missing word. Also, you have to provide that missing word. In order to make this concept clear, I have written here a few examples. First one is, they richer than us. In this, the verb are is missing. The second example is, I have waiting for her since morning. This sentence is an example of present perfect continuous tense, and in this, been verb is missing. He is artist. In this sentence, the article an is missing. Next is, she writes slowly, neatly. In this sentence, the conjunction but is missing. The last sentence is, how you come to school. In this, the helping verb do is missing. So, overall, in omissions, you have to find the place of the missing word and also you have to provide that missing word. While doing omissions, you need to remember these points. Number 1, read the paragraph carefully. Children, you people are often under this misconception that you need to read only one line to find the editing errors or omissions. But please remember that you need to read the whole paragraph first. Secondly, mark each place where you think the word is missing. You have to mark the place at which you think that the word is missing. Children, the missing word can be a verb, a helping verb, a conjunction, a preposition, an article, an adjective, a noun, pronoun, a modal, etc. Remember, if the missing word is a verb, make sure that you use the correct tense form of it. This means if your paragraph is in past tense, then provide the verb according to the tense that has been used in the paragraph. Children, I think that you remember that when we did editing errors, in that we wrote incorrect word and then the correct word. But in omissions, you have to follow this method. Kindly be very careful while watching this. How to attempt omissions. In this, children, first you need to write the word before, missing word and the word after. Remember that you have to mark the missing word. Now let's do the practice of omissions. First of all, we will read this paragraph. It was a dark winter night. I returning home late after completing some important work in the office. As was walking past a row tall buildings, I suddenly heard woman's voice. Help! Woman screamed. The voice seemed to come one of the flats in tallest building. I stopped and looked up at the building. There no lights on at all. Everyone seemed to asleep. Now, let us start finding the words that have been omitted in this paragraph. As you know that in each line one word is missing, so we will start finding the words that are missing from the first line. It was a dark winter night. I returning home late. I was returning home late. Completing some important work in the office. Children, in the second line, I returning home late. I was returning home late. Here, after completing some important work in the office. As was walking past. Here, the pronoun is missing. As I was walking past a row tall buildings. A row of, the preposition of is missing here. I suddenly heard woman's voice. Help, woman screamed. Now the same woman is screaming. So the article the is missing here. The woman screamed. The voice seemed to come one of the flats. The voice seemed to come from one of the flats. In tallest building. Here superlative degree is used, but the article the is not used. In the tallest building. I stopped and looked up at the building. There no lights. Here no verb is used. Since the whole paragraph is in past tense, so we will use were. There were. Why we have used were? Because we are talking about lights, and lights is plural. There were no lights on at all in it. Everyone seemed to be asleep. Now, children, after locating the missing words, you will write it in the way I have taught you. The word before, missing word, and the word after. Here you can see how to attempt the omissions, the word before, missing word, the word after, and remember to underline the missing word. Now let us do practice of one more paragraph of omissions. Now let us do one more practice question of omissions. First of all, we will read this paragraph. We meet different types people in our life, some happy and enthusiastic about everything they do, whereas moan and groan the time. All successful people share some common traits. They cheerful and optimistic. They don't brood failures. They forgive themselves, others easily. They are creative and not panic. Now, let us try to locate the exact place of the missing word, and also let us try to provide the exact missing word. We meet different types people in our life. Children, here you can see the preposition of is missing. Some happy and enthusiastic about everything they do. Some happy. Children, it is very clear that the verb are is missing. Some are happy. Some people are happy and enthusiastic about everything they do, whereas moan and groan the time. Who moan and groan? Whereas, here you can write whereas some moan and groan the time. Some moan and groan all the time. Here all is missing. All successful people share some common traits. They cheerful and optimistic. They cheerful and optimistic? No, this sentence is grammatically incorrect because there is no verb in this sentence. So they are. Now why are we using are? Children, because this whole paragraph is in present tense. And if you remember, I told you that we will use the helping verb according to the tense that has been used in the paragraph. They are cheerful and optimistic. They don't brood failures. They don't brood. Here, there is an error of the word that is missing is over. They brood over failures. This preposition over is missing in this sentence. They forgive themselves, others easily. Forgive themselves, others easily. Forgive themselves and others easily. Here, the conjunction and is missing. Now the last sentence, they are creative and not panic. This sentence is also incomplete because no helping verb has been used in the negative sentence over here. They are creative and not panic. Since this is a negative sentence and no helping verb has been used, so this sentence is incomplete. And with I, you, we, they and plurals, we use do. So the sentence will be they are creative and do not panic. Children, I hope that the concept of omissions is clear to you. I am also sending you a few more questions for practice. Kindly do those practice questions in BBC only. Thank you.